UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has said that the escalation in Israel's military assault on Gaza surprised him after it appeared that there was a growing international consensus around the need for a humanitarian pause to the conflict. In a statement, the UN chief said that instead of the pause, he was surprised by an unprecedented escalation of the bombardments and their devastating impacts in conflict-hit Gaza. He repeated a call for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire for the delivery of aid. Military helicopters flew over Israel's southern city of Ashkelon on Sunday morning, which lies just under 20 kilometers from the Gaza Strip. Israel has tightened its blockade and bombarded Gaza for 3 weeks since Hamas's devastating attack. Israeli authorities said that at least 1,400 Israelis were killed in the deadliest day of the nation's 75-year history. And DD India's correspondent Amrit Pal Singh is on the ground for us. He's joining us from Jerusalem. Amrit, you can give us an update first on the ground offensive.
Well, the ground offensive is what they are calling it in its second stage. Basically, the Israeli army is inside in a limited number. Their defense minister just made a statement saying that we are going according to an organized plan. And if you listen to Benjamin Netanyahu's last night televised press conference, where he said that this is the second stage, and it is the stage before an all-out invasion. So what they're doing is that they've on the specific intelligence where they have specific intelligence, they're hitting targets of Hamas operational bases, command centers, etc., and they are going in limited numbers, backed by aerial bombing, UAVs, drones. They've also done a beach landing through the East Mediterranean coastline of the Gaza Strip. So they are trying to close in so that there is no escape from the Mediterranean Sea by the Hamas, or there is no weapons cache that comes into the Gaza Strip. So they've basically blocked all. It's a complete siege. Their navy is right now blocking the coastline, though it's not taking part in active operations. It is the army part of the IDF which is engaging in military operations along with the Air Force, Mark.
Indeed, and what was holding them back all this time was the hostage situation. Is there any update on the hostage situation?
There is a statement that has come from Hamas. Hamas chief in Gaza Strip has said that they are ready to exchange all the hostages for a prisoner swap. The condition that he's put is that Israel releases all Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails, and they will release all the hostages. Earlier they were saying that they will release hostages only when the bombardment and the military operations by Israel completely stop. But Israel made it clear that their military operations will not stop until their military objective of decimating Hamas, both politically and militarily, is achieved. So that both sides are, taking very extremist, maximalist positions, really. So that indicates that there are hectic negotiations via Qatar that are on. But they have to agree to specifics before one could see the hostages being released. Till now, only 4 hostages, 2 Americans, 2 Israelis. All 4 of them women are the only ones who have been released, according to the latest figures that Israel has put out. And they say these are estimates. Numbers could go up further. Hamas is holding 229 hostages,
yes,
half of which are foreign nationals. Yes,
right. Amrit, also, if you can give us an update, on the humanitarian situation, because we've been seeing visuals of desperate Gazans rushing to UN warehouses and taking whatever they can, basic necessities.
That's right. There is a huge shortage of basic necessities, though Israel says that there is enough food there, just that the Hamas has, and food and fuel both are there, but just that the Hamas has stockpiled them in tunnels and are not allowing it to reach the civilians. But whatever the truth of that be, the fact remains that the common people are suffering there, the civilians, due to lack of food. Scarcity of food, complete, there is no drinking water in that territory of the Gaza Strip, and people are, forced to drink from non-drinkable sources, and they're drinking, highly salinated seawater. The other thing is that, fuel, because of lack of fuel, hospitals are not functioning optimally. Out of the 35 hospitals there, Al-Shifa was bombed. They've said that vacate Al-Quds, which are the biggest hospitals on the outskirts of the Gaza city in northern Gaza. The 12 have shut aside, five are not operating optimally. So surgeries, incubators, oxygen cylinders, dialysis machines, etc., are not functioning because the hospitals just do not have fuel to run on generators, and electricity supply, which Israel supplies, has been cut off for the past 23 days because of the total siege that Israel has imposed on them. So the only humanitarian aid going in is food, some medicines, and other relief materials like tents, etc., and some water as well. And that also just in southern Gaza, in South Gaza. So that is what the situation is. Humanitarian trucks, the agreement was to allow 20 trucks, but not every day 20 trucks go. Till latest count, for the past 8 days, trucks have been going. Today is the 8th day. Only 86 trucks have gone inside. So that means, not every day 20 trucks go. Someday 8 trucks go, someday 14 trucks go. And, even while the UN says that this is far less than what is required inside,
yes,
given the human catastrophe unfolding there, Mark.
We'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Amrit Pal Singh, for those updates. As the Israel-Hamas war rages on and aid supplies to the besieged Gaza Strip dwindle, displaced Palestinians are being forced to take shelter underneath makeshift tents at Khan Yunis. Up till now, in fact, more than 1.4 million Gazans have fled their homes for temporary shelters. Meanwhile, Israel has once again warned the Gazans to vacate the area for their own safety.